Hello. Now let us apply the rules we have learned to round off number, but this time to the degree of place value. Now, if you recall from the previous video, I mentioned that some of those things you need to do in order to round off a number without error is first to identify the degree of accuracy. And the degree of accuracy we are working here with is place value. So the next thing is to find the digit at that degree of accuracy. So meaning we are going to look at the digit that lies at the rounding off place value. And then next we look at the digit that is next to it, that is to the right, and then we apply the rule. So let's try following that step to round off this number 12,927 to the nearest. For Roman figure 1 we have 1,000, and then Roman figure 2 100, and then Roman figure 3 10. Solution. Roman figure 1, we are to round off 12,927 to nearest 1,000. Now let's write out the number. We have 12,927. Now this becomes approximately. Now let's look at this. First thing we do now is to now look at the digit that is at the place value we are rounding off to. That is the rounding place value. This is the ones, so we call that unit. Then we have 10. Then we have 100. Then we have 1,000. And then 10 of 1,000. So that is the digit that is lying at the rounding place value is digit 2. So now that we have identified the digit, we then look at the digit that is to the right of that place value. And the digit to the right of the digit 2 is digit 9. So now that we have identified the next digit, the rule we are applying says that when that digit is from 0 to 4, we round down. But when it is from 5 to 9, we round up. And as we can see, the digit next here is 9. So it is at the place where we have to round up. So in order to round up, we will then have 1, 2. Now recall, every other digit becomes 0. So we put 0, 0, 0. But we are going to add 1 because we are rounding up, meaning we are going to add 1 to the digit that lies at the rounding place value. So that is, we are adding 1 here. Now to make it look simpler, we then put zeros at the back. So you see that what we are doing here is we are adding 1,000 because we are rounding off to the nearest 1,000. So when we add all of this, we get that our answer becomes 13,000. Therefore, 12,927 is 13,000 when it is approximated to the nearest 1,000. Now, Roman figure 2. Let's do the same thing, but this time to the nearest 100. So we identify the digit that is at the place value, and that is digit 9. That is at the 100 place value. That is our rounding place value. And the digit next to it is digit 2. Now, 2 lies between 0 to 4. So what do we do here? We round down. That is, every other digit becomes 0 after digit 9. So what we will then have is 12,900 because we are rounding down. Therefore, 12,927 is 12,900 to the nearest 100. And then finally, Roman figure 3. We are rounding now to the nearest 10. So we have 12,927. And the digit at the rounding place value is digit 2, which lies at the 10th place value. And the digit next to it is 7. Therefore, this becomes approximately 12,920. Remember, this becomes 0 first, and then you add 1 to the place value you are rounding to. because this number lies between 5 and 9. So we are going to add 1 here. And of course, that becomes 1, 0. Because we are rounding off to the nearest 10. That's why you see we are adding 10 here. And when we add this, what we are going to get is 12,930. And this is how we round off a number based on its place value. Thank you.